Question 16. The nth term of a sequence is 5n squared take away 3 times n. Write down the first 3 terms of the sequence. The first term is when n equals 1. So I replace the n in the formula with 1. So it becomes 5 times 1 squared take away 3 times 1. When you work this out, you do the indices bit first. So 1 times 1 is 1. So you're doing 5 times 1 take away, and then 3 times 1 is 3. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 take away 3 equals 2. So my first term is 2. I repeat the process now for n equals 2. So instead of replacing n with 1, I replace it with 2. So it becomes 5 times 2 squared take away 3 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, and then times it by 5, so 5 4s are 20, 3 2s are 6, 20 take away 6 is 14, and then when n equals 3, I'm now replacing n with 3, so it becomes 5 times 3 squared, take away 3 times 3, so 3 squared is 9, 9 5s are 45, 45 take away 9 is 36. So the answer for this question is 2, 14 and 36. Right, the 20th term, whereas the first term was with n equals 1, the second term n equals 2, the 20th term is n equals 20. So I'm replacing the n with 20. So it becomes 4 times 20, take away 20 squared. 4 times 20 is 80, take away 20 times 20 is 400, 80 take away 400 is minus 320. Question 17. In a survey of 392 pupils, we're asked the following questions. What is your favourite sport on the list? Year 7, 8 and 9 give us the feedback. So what this means is Year 7, 45 like football, 38 rugby, 23 swimming, 15 cycling, which makes a total of 121. Going down, you could work out how many liked football across the 3 years by adding up the Year 7, 8 and 9 answer. Right, in each of the following parts a pupil is selected at random. Calculate the probability of selecting a pupil whose favourite sport is swimming. So swimming, if you're looking carefully, 71 people like swimming in total out of 392 pupils in the school, so in the survey. So the answer to that one would be 71 over out of 392. Calculate the probability of selecting a Year 8 pupil. So in Year 8, if we go in across the Year 8 column, that makes a total of 138. So 138 out of 392 were in Year 8. Part C, the pupil selected is in Year 8. So this time we know it's in Year 8. So because we know it's in Year 8, we know the possibility we'll be picking them is out of 138, because there's 138 in Year 8. Calculate the probability that the favourite sport is cycling. So Year 8, 28 of them like cycling. So the answer to that question is 28 out of 138. You'd get 1 mark for the 28 and the second mark for the 138. Right, the favourite, part D, the favourite sport of the selected pupil is football. What is the probability they are in Year 7? So because we're looking at football now, there's 103 people who like football. So the answer to this question is going to be out of 103. And how many in Year 7 like football? The answer to that is 45. Again, you get 1 mark for the numerator and 1 mark for the denominator. Right, part A, the pupil now is not in Year 7. So what that means is they're in Year 8 or Year 9. So if I decided to work out how many students were in Year 8 and Year 9, it's 138 plus 133, which makes 271. So the answer to this question is going to be over 271. What is the probability that this pupil's favourite sport is not football? So how many of year 8 and 9 don't like football? So it'd be, if you're looking at it, you've got 64 like rugby, 14 like swimming, and 28 like cycling. So in year 8, we could either add the 3 together or do 138 take away 32. So 106 of year 8 don't like football. Let's have a look at year 9 now. So in year 9, you can either add up 46, add 34, which makes 80, plus 20 is 100, plus the 7 is 107, or you could have done 133, take away 26. So 107 a year 9 don't like football. So across the 2 years, that makes 6 add 7 is 13, 3 down carry the 1, 0 add 0 add 1 is 1, 1 add 2, 1 is 2. So that makes 213 out of 271 people who don't like football in year 8 and year 9, because there are 271 pupils in year 8 and 9, and 213 of them don't like football. They're not looking at any of the year 7 pupil in the list at all.